Good morning. Welcome back to some more Devore Dad Thoughts. I shaved up a little bit. Tired of looking 60-something instead of 50. But anyways, that's another thing. If you're gonna, being a man, part of rite of passage is teaching your kids to shave. Take your time, have some patience. It's one of those things that maybe it's a cliche handed down in movies, but it's necessary. Teach your kids to shave, teach your kids to, proper grooming techniques and how often they should be. You don't want a stinky. Nobody wants a stinky kid. For that matter, too many boys depend on mom to clean up their rooms and take care of their stuff. The heck with that. Make them do the laundry now, so when they get to college age or high school age, well, all through high school, whatever, but especially when they get to college age and they're not in the house anymore, when they move out, they can do their own laundry, they can cook for themselves, all of that stuff. Teach your kids, boys, girls. But back to where I was at, shaving, that's kind of a rite of passage. You hand it down, teach the kids. I don't know many people that are just incredible at it. It's what they do. Well, there's some. Those people are called barbers. This morning, though, I had a thought, and it keeps sliding away and coming back. It's not that lively. But then again, most of the shit that I have isn't that lively. But when you have multiple kids, how do you do it? Do you split things right down the middle? What's good for one is good for the other. I always try to make it even. Whatever I do for one, I've always tried to do for the other, regardless of how many years apart they are. My kids are multiple ages apart, but at Christmas time, if I spent, X amount of dollars on one, I tried to spend X amount of dollars on the other. Now, there are going to be situations where the gift is grander than the dollar amount that's on it. So in that case, you just kind of do your best judgment. If you buy a go-kart for one and the other one gets the equal dollar amount in, writing supplies and pencils, well, obviously Christmas is going to be a little screwed up in your house. So you got to figure out what the balance is for you. For me, that's how I've always done it. I try and split it right down the middle. My wife and I, to this day, well, I'll back that up here in a second, but up until the grandbaby came, my wife and I would spend equal amount on both girls. And we would even buy something for my son, who is in a different city and is 30, well, he's 30 years old now. Anyways, we still buy for him. He says not to, but we still do. But when it comes to the girls, we would spend an equal dollar amount on both girls. And my wife is really good at putting together stockings as well, with all their little favorites, favorite candies, favorite little lip glosses and snacks. And they're grown now, but she still is on that. I have a hard time remembering which one of them hates broccoli, which one loves broccoli, But my wife, she's got it. Still trapped. She takes notes. Yeah, it's crazy. However, when it comes right down to it, she will buy a little something extra for Brooke, and I will buy a little something extra for Megan. Not a lot, just one little extra thing that is personal between daddy-daughter, mommy-daughter. Obviously there are biologicals, but main gifts, we go even. And that's the way it's been for our house. How do you do it? Do you have a favorite child? favorite child all the time, favorite child just now and then when one's in trouble. How's that work? I've tried real hard not to show any kind of favoritism to either child throughout their lives. I think I've done a pretty good job of it. Naturally, I'm closest with Megan. Her and I have mannerisms that just you can't deny. So we have some days we have a shared brain, so that's a little scary. Her sense of humor and mine are right on track. So you can't shake genetics sometimes, but in general, I keep everything as fair as possible, and that's just how I do it. I love my kids equally, the granddaughter. Let's get back to that. The granddaughter is spoiled beyond belief. Once she came along, the gifts for the older kids dropped way off, slowed way down. My wife's like, okay, look, Christmas, you guys get a stocking, no more gifts, but the doozer, she gets them all. And yeah, so when she was born, she had this nice round little face, little bitty thing, reminded me of the Fraggle Rock Doozers, and she's just cute as shit, so I've called her the Doozer ever since. It's not her name, but that's what I call her. I think that as a grandparent, you gotta be able to give nicknames. If your grandkids, or your kids for that matter, but definitely your grandkids, if they don't have nicknames, I don't think you're grandparenting right. You need to get your shit together and start grandparenting right and give those kids some nicknames. Something that is, from you. But anyways, I'm getting close to work, and my city is just beautiful at this time of the morning. It's 6:30, slightly overcast. The sun is trying to poke out, but it hasn't. So we got this weird twilight going on, and you just, it's beautiful. Another hour from now, I won't say that. Sun will be out, and as I cruise through downtown, unfortunately, some of the tweakers will be up. The homeless will be meandering around. You'll be dodging them in the street. It's a beautiful city, but once it wakes up, there's a mess. Anyways, off topic, as always. Have a good day. Love your kids.